Pittsburgh Steelers running back Jaylen Warren admits on the Cameron Heyward podcast that special teams coordinator Danny Smith suggested that Justin Fields be the Pittsburgh Steelers kickoff returner. Also, the Pittsburgh Steelers have made their final decision on Najee Harris' fifth-year option. Will they accept it? Will they decline it? I'll have more on this as we get further in the video. But first, make sure you subscribe to the channel and turn on notifications for everything Pittsburgh Steelers news and updates, and also like the video. Let's get right back into it. So, first off, Cameron Heyward, he hosted a live draft party kind of interview podcast with a bunch of Pittsburgh Steelers fans in attendance and also his current teammates. And one of the teammates he had on was Jaylen Warren. And as they were talking about football, Jaylen Warren, they all addressed the new kickoff rules that make kicks in 2024 interesting again. And Jaylen Warren admitted that Justin Fields, per Danny Smith, may be one of the players that they try out at that position. So here's the exact quote from Jaylen Warren on this topic. I think it's pretty cool. As soon as you touch the ball, that's when everything starts to happen. But our special teams coordinator was talking about Justin Fields being back there. We looked at him like, Justin Fields is going to be back there? Well, I don't know. I think it's cool though. End quote. So, in case you didn't know, the NFL once again this offseason changed the kickoff rules, basically giving it a feeling that in 2024, the kickoffs are actually going to be having an impact on the game once again. Unless the ball is kicked through the end zone, the kick returners are actually going to have space, and it feels as though kickoffs are back and are going to be exciting once again. And with that being said, that's the reason why the Pittsburgh Steelers went out and signed Cordarrelle Patterson as soon as the kickoffs rule was changed, the exact same day. I'll get into that a little bit, but obviously just going back to Jaylen Warren's comments on Justin Fields, more than likely Danny Smith, he was just saying that to say it. You don't really expect Justin Fields to be back there returning kickoffs, returning punts. But just say he was. Just say they decided to put Justin Fields, maybe the franchise guy who they want to take over after Russell Wilson is done in Pittsburgh, or maybe halfway through the season, just like how Kenny Pickett took over for Mitchell Trubisky. Maybe that happens. So would they really want to put that franchise guy back there returning kickoffs? Probably not. But just looking at it, Justin Fields, he's characterized as one of the most best athletes in the NFL. Someone who could run and pass, and he put up over 1,000 yards running or something like that, or close to it. Many touchdowns. He has 4.45 second yard 40-yard dash speed, so he's really fast as well. And he's just very elusive in the pockets, getting out the pockets, when he's scrambling, escaping from players, just running around players. So he has that mobility. He has that experience from trying to escape and kind of get away from players when scrambling. So I guess that's the same thing with kickoffs. So just kind of going through that, I guess you could see a reason why Danny Smith would even bring up the topic. But is it really going to happen? Probably not. Most definitely not. So even though Justin Fields is known for shaking multiple defenders, changing direction, following his blocks, and making it way to the end zone on many long runs as a quarterback, Jaylen Warren was then asked later who the fastest player on the team was, and he said it's gotta be Justin or Calvin Austin. Justin is fast though. He's a do-it-all athlete. So Jaylen Warren, he was obviously shocked that Danny Smith would even imply this, that maybe Justin Fields could do kickoffs. He shared it on the podcast, but more than likely it won't be Justin Fields. And first of all, you just don't want to get him injured. Kickoffs have a high chance of injury, so you don't want to get your future quarterback, your backup quarterback injured on a play like this, especially when you have other guys to do it. And now let me just bring in those other guys, because like I said, they signed Cordarrelle Patterson this offseason, specifically for kickoffs, maybe even punt returns, but mainly kickoffs because that's what he's done throughout his career. Most touchdowns in NFL history for kickoffs in the NFL. Also, his yards per return is great as well. It's within like the top 7 or top 5, I believe. So they signed him for a specific reason, to be the kickoff returner. And they signed him on the day that the rule changed. So they're obviously waiting for this rule to change to sign him specifically for this role. So having Cordero Patterson be back there as a veteran, some experienced player who's a great returner, there's just no reason to see Justin Fields back there returning kicks. So that's the reason why. They have Cordero Patterson. So Danny Smith was probably just saying it to poke some fun and say, hey, maybe you throw Justin Fields back there. But obviously Mike Tomlin would never allow that to happen. Anyway, moving on to the next topic of this video. Today is the 5th year option day, meaning that the Pittsburgh Steelers and other teams around the NFL, the deadline was 4 p.m. Eastern Time, is 4 p.m. Eastern Time, about will the Steelers pick up Justin Fields, pick up Najee Harris's 5th year option. Well, since we're on the topic of Justin Fields, let me just say this. The Pittsburgh Steelers have declined Justin Fields' 5th year option. And that was expected because as a quarterback, as a backup quarterback, and as someone who may not even play this season, why would you accept that 5th year option to pay a guy $25 million for next year when you could probably get him back on a lower contract next season after his value goes down from not playing? But the Steelers have declined $25 million guaranteed money in Justin Fields, and his 5th year option is now not here. And after the season, he will be a free agent, and the Pittsburgh Steelers would have to sign him back. There was a story going on that the Pittsburgh Steelers may be looking to extend Justin Fields before the start of the season, but who knows? But now moving over to Najee Harris. His 5th year option contract is a little bit different, because he would be only making around $6.9 million guaranteed if the Steelers were to pick up that contract. But the deadline was today. They waited till the last minute, and the Steelers have decided to decline Najee Harris's 5th year option. So this is actually surprising, because you would think $6.9 million for a starting running back, that's a good amount of money. So who else would they get with around $6.9 million in the running back market, just say a year from now? Well, cue the music, because now Najee Harris, after this season, the 5th year option is not here, and he will be a free agent, and the Pittsburgh Steelers will be in the market for a running back, unless they decide Jaylen Warren is their guy moving forward into the future, or if they decide to sign Najee Harris to a long-term contract. Either one of those things are possible. I'll get more into it in a different video, but the Steelers have decided to decline that option. It's a bit surprising because 3 straight seasons with over 1,000 yards, many people bring up, hey, he doesn't have that much production, he's an inefficient runner. Well, you have to think, if we're making all these excuses when Ben Roethlisberger was at quarterback, when Kenny Pickett was at quarterback, how this offense line was terrible. You have to think, the running back still has to run behind that terrible offense line. The Steelers just rebuilt the offensive line last season and this season. Completely different group. And now they decline Najee Harris's 5th year option. It really doesn't make that much sense because he was a 1st round draft pick years back. Why draft a player in the 1st round? Why you think he's going to be the guy, but then decline the option? I guess we're going to have to wait and see what the Steelers are planning on doing at the running back position moving forward. But there are many options available, from signing Najee Harris to a long-term contract instead of the 5th year option, having Jaylen Warren be the starter moving forward after the season, or just looking in the free agent or trade market for a different running back, or maybe even the draft. But the Pittsburgh Steelers, we've been waiting on this decision, and they waited all the way up till the deadline, the last minute, to announce it. Well, Justin Fields' 5th year option is now declined. He won't be making around $25 million. He'll be a free agent next season, and so will Najee Harris, because that was declined as well. But with that being said, that's in this video. But let me know your thoughts down in the comments below on both topics of this video. Justin Fields potentially returning kicks per Jaylen Warren, who said the special teams coach, Danny Smith, said that. Do you like that idea? Do you not like that idea? Or do you think it's just a funny thing that Danny Smith said in like a press conference, or not a press conference, but in like a meeting? Also, how do you feel about Justin Fields and Najee Harris's 5th year option both being declined? Let me know your thoughts on that as well. And what do you think the Steelers' future plans are at the running back position? Also, make sure you subscribe to the channel and turn on notifications for everything Pittsburgh Steelers news, updates, and everything like that. I've covered it all offseason with free agency and the draft, and I'll continue covering it all as well, heading into training camp and all that stuff. Also, if you want to see the introductions to every new player we've gotten this offseason, their introductions are on the channel, so go ahead and check that out. And hopefully more are coming very, very soon. But with that being said, I'll see you guys all later. Till the next video, I'm out. Peace.